Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And very nice, we've got the Four of Wands. You've been really accomplishing a lot lately. I feel that you're someone who likes to stay busy. Yeah. I feel like you, even when you're at home, let's say you're on vacation or you've taken time off, or maybe you're retired even, I feel like you still find a lot of things to do. You're someone that will go around and check all the doorknobs and tighten them up as they need to be. You'll check the toilets, and make sure that nothing's running. You like to kind of tinker with things. I feel like you've even got these little things that you've kind of taken apart. It's almost like, well, the toaster made a funny noise the other day, so I took it apart and I'm going to clean it out. I'm going to fix it and put it back together. It's going to be beautiful, right? I feel like you like to do things like that. You like to just, I don't know if it's a feeling of like, it's a satisfaction of getting things done, So it's almost like we go around looking for something that we can accomplish. I tightened up all the doorknobs today. I fixed the toaster. I checked the toilets, mowing the lawn. And I feel like you're very detailed with that. I feel like it's really feels good to be doing those little things, And that's kind of the Four of Wands, kind of what we're feeling with that, is this idea of keeping busy, of doing these little things for the satisfaction of getting them done. I don't know if it's a feeling useful, feeling that we've accomplished something, and I think that's a very good feeling. I wonder about your larger aspirations, right? What is the kind of the big work that you're doing? What is the big goal that you're striving for? Okay. Maybe we don't always need one. Maybe we don't always have one. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe we're content with the way life is going and we're just trying to get these little things done every day. Just to kind of feel as if I made some progress somewhere. It's not this huge, like for me, I've got to finish the studio. If I could show you the ceiling, it's about half finished with its soundproofing. It's something that I need to put some effort into and try to get it done. And I always tell myself, I just do 1 or 2 tiles every day. I'll get it done eventually, But I don't know if that's really the energy that you like. I think you like to be able to kind of start something and finish it. It's kind of, I want to do all the doorknobs because it's something that I can tighten the screws right now and it's done. I don't have to come back to it again and again and again for like those long-term projects. Maybe we like the short-term things. Maybe that feels more satisfying. Well, let's see what's going on with some of this energy. Let's see where this might be headed for us. Next card we've got Princess of Cups. Now, the Princess of Cups might be dreaming the dream of those kind of long-term goals. It could be that you're really starting to feel a call, really starting to feel a pull towards something deeper, larger, longer, more long-term, right? These bigger projects. And it's kind of, it's an interesting feeling, I think, because we're in this kind of, I don't know, it was like this tinkering kind of event. I don't know what else to call it. I mean that in the best way. And it's kind of like now it's almost like we're feeling something new. We're feeling something stirring inside of us that's kind of making us yearn for something bigger, something long-term, or maybe a deeper understanding of all of these things. Because I feel like with all the tinkering, that is just kind of here and there and everywhere, and there's not really a cohesive plan to it all. There's not like a purpose behind it. It kind of just feels like we're just kind of keeping busy. And maybe we are keeping busy while we're waiting for something a little bit deeper or more long-term to make itself known to us. Okay? And I feel that's what the Princess of Cups is doing. You're receiving that sign, that feeling, that synchronicity, that intuition that I think I know what direction to go now. I think I'm starting to see this purpose crystallizing. Okay? And now we can take the same Four of Wands energy, all this tinkering kind of energy, and we can put it into this deeper dream, right? This larger purpose, and use that same energy now in this new path. Okay, I think this is the crystallizing of a new path before you, a path that is one of meaning and purpose. It could be that we're finding a new purpose in life. Maybe this is kind of saying that, yeah, you've just retired or you've just finished this big thing in the past, this big project, this big kind of purpose. And now, until I find another one, I'm just going to keep myself busy, right? But let's see. Let's look around and see what other cards are going to come out here today. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, we're kind of. I think you understand the shifting of things. I think you're in a liminal space right now. I think you're kind of in an in-between place, in between the last, path, purpose, project, endeavor, and the new one. Okay, I want to look at the past position. Nine of Swords, interesting. I was not expecting the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords might be telling me that it was a rather kind of painful end to the last project, purpose, the last big thing that you were involved with. So it could be that because of this, I really don't want to get involved with anything else. Now maybe we're content with just kind of doing the little things, just kind of, putting around the house, tinkering with everything, and just doing these little things that are just not super meaningful, not super in-depth. It's just that satisfaction of just keeping busy, right? And maybe the Nine of Swords is that painful ending to the last one, makes us a little bit reluctant to start something new, right? Could be. But the Two of Pentacles underneath everything, I think you know that eventually the next path is going to unfold. That life is a series of these cycles. It's the twisting and the turning of the snake that really there is a rhythm to it, even if we don't always perceive it. So I feel like you have a sense of eventually we're getting back to having a purpose. It might not be the same one. But I think we know that it's something that's going to be necessary. Okay? The Nine of Swords still concerns me. And this is a Mars in Gemini kind of energy. And this is always a card. Every time we get this card, I'm always struggling to try to find the real meaning of it. Because on the surface, in a very literal, very obvious way, it just, wow, something really hurt. Okay? But there's more to it than that. That's not very specific, at least for me. You probably are saying, yeah, it did, and you know exactly what it is. It's hard for me to find the context of this. I just get this hard and I say, ouch, ouch. So I feel like we're isolating a little bit. We're still maybe smarting from this, whatever this situation was. It doesn't feel good. It still doesn't feel good. Maybe we still haven't quite healed from that. Let's see what's up at the top. The Ace of Swords. We have a 9 plus an ace, we get the 10. We get the closure. We get the ending to it. And maybe this is something that we're that's why we're just kind of staying home. We're tinkering. We're not getting involved with anything major right now, because we know that eventually the final piece will be over here, and we'll have the closure, and we'll be able to put this behind us. I feel right now it's still smarting. Okay, it's still hurting a little bit. We haven't yet fully healed from this or let go of this. But that's what the Ace of Swords is for. Okay, the Ace of Swords is kind of waiting for that, maybe waiting for that something new that really enlightens us and pulls our attention and our energy in a certain direction, and we forget all about that nine of what was that? You know, it's something that captures us in such a way that at the same time it heals us and it pulls us away, and it urges us to move on from that. So it's solving two things at once in a way, right? And it's that kind of inspiration. It's that, you know, I know that when I find the next big thing for my life, that I'll move in that direction and I'll be moving away from that one. So it's the two birds, one stone kind of thing, right? And I think that is also part of this Two of Pentacles, you know, knowing by that the way to get over the past is to move into the future, right? Well, what's in the future position? Eight of Pentacles. And this is now, this is a very fruitful tree growing out of a desert land, okay? And this is something absolutely very, very good, growing out of something that wasn't so good, okay? Kind of an unexpected benefit, or it's kind of like this has kind of fertilized the soil. Whatever this pain or loss or ending was, it kind of has fertilized the soil for us now to grow this good fortune, this abundance that we see. This plant is really flowering. Look at the beauty of that card. This is the Eight of Pentacles. You may notice that I'm using a different deck of tarot cards today. This is the Millennium Thoth Tarot by Renata Lechner, released by Lo Scarabeo. I bought this, they didn't give it to me or anything. I'm not doing a review of it or anything like that. I bought this because I wanted to still use the Thoth deck, but I wanted something a little bit different. And so I feel like this is a nice compromise. I still have my old trusted daily driver, my weathered and slightly worn Thoth Tarot. But I feel like this is a good test drive of these cards. You let me know what you think about them. I find them to be very powerful, and especially with this eight. This is really a beautiful, beautiful card. This might be my favorite image in the whole Millennium Tarot pack, because to me it's sort of representing a morning time, a dawn, right? You could think maybe this is sunset. I think it's sunrise, right? And I think the sun is rising on this very prosperous future for you. And it's one of caution. It's saying that you're going into something with this new emotion, this new desire, right? You're seeing the path kind of crystallize before you with the Princess of Cups. And those feelings are aroused, and we're moving toward that. But we're doing so in a kind of a reluctant, cautious way, hesitating a little bit, right, as it shows this figure doing toward this, right? Because we're not going to forget what this was, but we know that the world is a cycle, life is a series of cycles, and we're going to continue moving forward, and we're going to pursue this. This is a lot of abundance. I would even venture to say super abundance. But we do have to approach it cautiously. Okay, and it's a gradual dawning of this light, a gradual realization of the fruits of your efforts, right? But we do have to move in that direction. And I think what we're waiting for again is that Ace of Swords, that clarity, that certainty, that something that captivates us and at the same time brings us further away from that, but closer to that. Okay, it's that sword that has the double edge to it. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down over here and put Mr. Ed the Tiny Horse right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free, and it really helps out the channel, and I appreciate that. Let me know what you think of the cards, too. I find them very, very powerful. I don't know that I'm going to use them every single day, so if you like the old cards, don't worry. They're still here. But let's check in the general energy now on the path of the Serpent, Prince of Cups. Prince of Cups is very nice because it's it's a step deeper than the Princess of Cups. The Princess of Cups may be that I see the path materializing before me, and I feel drawn to it. I feel the aspiration. I know that there's a sense of purpose, and I have an attraction to this path, and I feel that it is part of my destiny, and I want to go toward this and taste of these fruits. And now the Prince of Cups is very fixed in that feeling. This is now we get that Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords has nailed us to this new path. This is us getting what we've been waiting for with that Ace, because this is fixed water energy. This is air of water, okay? Fixed water energy. This is a belief. This is a value or a belief or a feeling that now has become a fact within us, right? So it's been fixed in place by this Ace of Swords. So it's taking us away from this and towards this in this very committed way. Now you're almost fully identified with this new sense of purpose, this new sense of meaning and depth in your life. Yeah, and it's very, very good. This also, again, kind of leaves us open to being hurt again, right? Because when we put ourselves back out there, we know that things could go wrong again. They could. But this is the commitment that you've got to do this because this is your path, this is your purpose, this is your destiny, right? But we're very much open to receive the blessings. And when our aura is that open, we're also kind of running the risk of some bad stuff getting in, some negative stuff getting in again. So we know that risk, right? And it goes back to that kind of philosophical question. In an effort to keep out all the bad stuff, do we completely shut down and not let in any of the good stuff, right? I'm going to refuse a million good things because I don't want that one bad apple getting in, right? And that's the philosophical question. Or do I say, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take in all these millions of good things, even though, some negative energy is going to get in. I'm going to have to deal with it and fix it, rectify it. But it's okay. It's kind of par for the territory. Okay? And I feel that's a very important lesson with the Prince of Cups. What's in the environment for you? Princess of Pentacles. See, now we're starting to really realize what the potential this is now. Now I think this is major good fortune and super abundance. Okay? Because we're realizing that this path, the feeling, the sense of purpose and destiny is going to be really only limited by our imagination. Okay? This is behaving based on this emotion. It's water to earth, right? Water to earth, water to earth. It's feeling becoming behavior. We're acting on this feeling. We're acting on this attraction, this draw, this sense of purpose and meaning and destiny. We're not letting these 9 swords interfere with that. Okay, and I think at one point they were. When we didn't have that, then this feeling we had of we're starting to see this new kind of path or purpose crystallize for us. But that 9 of Swords, it's still like our mind saying, no, I'm not ready to go out and do that. Whether it's a relationship, a job, a career, an artistic thing, if it's just kind of returning to the world or being social again or whatever. The mind is saying, heart, we're not ready, heart. Now I think we've got that Ace of Swords where it's kind of like the mind saying, all right, we're ready. And this might be prompted again by something kind of happening to you spiritually, or just this kind of moment that we're waiting for, this moment of clarity, this moment of spiritual enlightenment that kind of tells us that, yes, I'm ready. Heart and mind, we're ready. Let's go, right? And then we are following this kind of intuitive, instinctual path filled with purpose and meaning, and we can see the fruit in front of us. And really, we can see what is beyond that. We can see that this tree, this little plant with these few flowers and these few apples on it, is going to grow into a whole forest of apple trees. It's not just a couple here. It's an entire realm, right? So it's only limited by your imagination and your efforts, right? This is superabundance. What is the obstacle to some of this? Maybe some more air energy? No, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, makes sense. Because the 5 of Pentacles is kind of saying whatever went wrong here, that we're still kind of thinking about, that's still a factor in our minds. This is kind of the same thing. This is something breaking down. This is something that was very orderly. This was a machine that was running perfectly. But then once a little part breaks, the whole thing stops working. And it kind of looks like that when we look at this card, right? We should look at these cards really closely sometimes, because we can see that this is maybe the fear that something's barely holding on. This is like, I used to drive a 76 Volkswagen Bug, a Beetle. Not a Super Beetle, just a regular old Beetle. Actually, it was 74. It was teal. It was teal. 74 Beetle. And that thing was held together with duct tape and bubble gum and shoestring. Literally, right? So many times I broke down on the freeway. I was 22 years old. I'd break down on the freeway. I'd have to get the duct tape out, the zip ties, the shoestring, whatever it was. I'd have to tie the linkage cables to the accelerator, and it was it was fun. I enjoyed it, and when I was in my 20s, I wouldn't so much enjoy it now. And that's kind of the 5 of Pentacles. We're always worried that, is that duct tape going to hold? Yeah. And this is the fear. This is kind of the risk. It's saying, yeah, gosh, I can have this superabundance. This is me letting in the million good things into my life. But yeah, there's a risk that something might break down. I might get a bad apple in there. And what they say about the bad apple is that it spoils the bunch, right? That one little part that doesn't work, is that going to cause the whole system to crash? And we can look at it as a computer system as well, right? If one little file gets corrupted, then your entire system, your whole operating system is going to just be wonky, right? And that's the 5 of Pentacles, that we could worry about that, and we do, and we should worry about it so that we can try to prevent it, right? But that really goes back to your tinkering too, right? That 4 of Wands. We like to tinker. We like to see things. We think, oh, I heard a little noise in the toaster. I'm going to go fix it. Why don't we bring that energy into this? You don't have to forget about this. Bring that energy with you. Like I said at the beginning, channel that into what you're currently going to be doing. And then we can see, oh, okay, well, I heard a little weird noise in the engine. I better take the engine apart and fix it up and keep this thing running. Okay. More than just what I would do and just put some duct tape and bubble gum and shoestring on it. So your tinkering kind of energy right now is really very, very useful. And so there's a reason why you've been kind of practicing that, because now you can take that screwdriver around and you can tighten up the bolts and the nuts and do all this stuff and do the oil and whatever. You can optimize the system before something goes wrong. And so the 9 of Swords really was a good lesson learned. And now you know how to do that preventative maintenance on whatever this is, whatever your next kind of purpose or path is. Let's see what the projected outcome is. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Well, you couldn't ask for a better outcome than that. That is really not only seeing that this is superabundance. We've got the Princess of Pentacles. The only limit is your own imagination. Okay, good in theory. But now here we've got the practical idea of superabundance. And I love the imagery on this deck. The Millennium Thoth Tarot's getting to be one of my favorites now. Because this is not just the 10 Pentacles. If we look at each one of those 10 Pentacles, it has 10 Pentacles on it. So it really is, it's very... oh God, I can't think of the word now. It's not meta. It's very exponential. right? It's fractal almost. It keeps going and repeating and extending out and out and out in this same kind of pattern. So to me, this is really the promise of that superabundance, not just in this lofty idea of if you can imagine it, you can create it. You actually are creating it. Okay? It's gone from the realm of potential now to something actual and tangible. And this is your best life. And it's your best life that just keeps growing and keeps getting better and better and better as you keep making progress on this path. You're going to learn more and more about what your best life really means. And this puts a new twist, too, on what I always say about the Ten of Pentacles. I say, get out your sheet of paper, draw a picture of your best life, but draw it in pencil, because you're going to have to change it as you go. You're going to have to make little edits. Some things aren't going to be there anymore. Other things you realize need to be part of this picture. This is that very essence of my statement. And this is a really fun synchronicity for me, because on each of these coins is kind of drawn that picture of the Ten of Pentacles, right? There's a tree of life in every one. And so this is really the organic, living and breathing image of your best life. And so, it's going to continue to grow and change as you continue to grow and change. And I think this is the real meaning of abundance. And this is beautiful. I like this very, very much. I think we should look at the mystery card. This is really just some wonderful energy that you have right now. Let me know what you think about these cards. Leave some comments for me down below. Let's look at the mystery card. I kind of want to see a Jupiter energy, Wheel of Fortune, right? Maybe we need some cups. Maybe we need a 9 or a 10 of cups, right? We got the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. Let's see the corresponding water energy. That's my prediction here. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. 3 of Cups. That's nice. I like that's really good. This is celebration. This is appreciation. And this, I think, is one, it's showing that that you have your people around you. And that's one thing that I didn't really see here was your relationship with others. Okay, we do have the 3 court cards, which is enough that we can say, okay, there are people around you. Okay, but I almost kind of felt during the reading that we weren't really connected with them, that we're just kind of off, putting around and tinkering with stuff. And we're just we're in our own heads, that we might have our other people around, family members, whatever, or pets or plants or people, but we're still kind of by ourselves. This is now, I think we're reconnecting with these people. I feel like your mood is really changing with this 3 of Cups. Yeah. And the 3 of Cups is really the recognition that, hey, this is just the beginning. Right? This is just getting started. The ball is just now starting to roll, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to snowball, This is the appreciation of our friends, our family. This is the love and the joy and the celebration. This is an indication of those people. We always say, like, we really know who our friends are when we remember who comes around when we're feeling low. Who's there to support us when we're down, right? We cherish those people. You know who else we cherish? Those people that show up to support us and to celebrate with us when we're up. Not with their hand out, not asking for something, but they are genuinely happy for our happiness. That's what I like about the 3 of Cups. And I feel like that's some energy that you really cherish and that you really need right now. Yeah. Beautiful reading. I love this. I'll let you look at these cards one more time. This is fabulous. These cards are beautiful. The progression of energy is just absolutely amazing. And I'm so happy for you. We are going to do an extended reading. Leo, if you want to stick around, you can click on the link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Leo, Tuesday and Saturday. But I'm here every day, 6 to 8 a.m. Chicago time, every day. Just come back, see me tomorrow. Watch a different sign, watch a different video, just hang out for the couple hours, right? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is free, doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment, let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from, especially if you're a new viewer. Go ahead and give a shout out. I want to welcome you. I appreciate you. I want you all to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.